Hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy. And today we're on part 2 of this mini-series. Now, yesterday I showed you how I joined 2 book pages and I'd collaged onto them, and that we decorated 2 of the pages, and then I started punching the holes for the rings. Now, as you can see, I've got it all together now, but a word to the wise: when you do your hole punching, make sure that you hold all of your boards, pages, whatever you want to call them, at the same position, because that's the position it should be held at. And then you put this on and you get your same 3 holes. But if you turn it upside down, your holes are in the wrong place, which is why I've got so many holes in this one. Now, I could cut another strip and cover that up and it wouldn't really be a problem. But I thought, do you know what? I'm going to leave it as a lesson. You see, look, and then it's out of line because I've put it the wrong way up. So then I had to readjust it and line it back. Oh, I've done it again. You have to go through the second hole, Claire. There you go, to get it at the right place. So just watch out for that if that's what you're doing. So today I'm going to work on this front cover, the back cover, and another page. So for the front cover, this again is a piece that was already made, and I figured that would sit very nicely on there. It's got brown and green on it. We've got the interest of this corrugated card. So that's a really simple thing. We're going to plonk that down straight away. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to put a piece of string through the hole. The hole's already here, and the other bits that we had string tied up, those little bee ones. So I'm just going to finish it off by making it the same as the others. And then, as I say, it's a real simple thing. I'm just going to add glue around the edge, except for some reason my glue's not coming out. Right. Okay, so I must stop saying so. I say so all the time. Or perhaps we should start making a joke of the fact that I say it all the time. And we should say, is that S-O, Claire, or S-E-W? What kind of so do you mean? Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to position that as near to even from top and bottom as I can. And I'm going to press that home. And this is what I was saying to you yesterday. It really is about using up what you've got already made that you, for whatever reason, didn't end up using. And then I've got this vintage postcard, and I'm just going to tuck that in there. Now, I feel like that's not gluing, but it just needs, hopefully, time. Does it need time to set, or do we need to use more glue? We probably need more glue, Claire. Get more glue on there. Come on, girl. What's the matter with you? Wake your game up. Concentrate. Take that away. And go back in with it. And that's going to poke in there. So that's going to be my front cover, and then I'm going to go straight to my back cover. And for the back, again, a pre-made piece. Gonna glue this on the 3 sides, and again I'm gonna put a postcard in it, but this is not a real, yeah, this glue is not flowing very well for some reason. There's obviously a lump in there somewhere. This one's not a real vintage postcard. This is one that I've made, so I'm going to line that up again, top and bottom, press that home like so, and then this is one, you see I've just stamped, and it's a picture from an old book, and I'm going to pop that one under there. So that's my back cover and my front cover complete. Quite simple. Again, you know, just using up the stuff that we've got. Getting this glue to do some work. Come on, glue, behave yourself. So there's my back. Quite simple but effective. And there's my front. This piece you can see was old bank paper, and then I've just put through a stencil some texture paste, and then you've got paper, fabric, and a picture of butterfly from a digikit. So then onto this page. Now, onto this page, sorry. I've got this piece of what I consider to be really interesting coffee dyed paper. So what I'm going to do is fold over a small piece, not too big, just like that, and then open it up, turn that one back, and turn this one back, because these are just to strengthen the edge. So put some glue down there, because when you take things in and out of pockets all the time, it is only paper, you know, you need to give it a little helping hand. So glue that. And then I want to fold the same sort of amount up from the bottom to act as a hinge. Just 1 second, there's someone at the door. Okay, sorry. So I folded this up to act as a hinge. So at the moment what you've got is the piece of paper that turned in, that, excuse me, turned back, and that folded over to act as a hinge. And I want this to go to the top of my page to be a pocket for 2 tags that you saw yesterday were also in my stash. So we don't need it to come all the way down the page. We're just gonna have it that wide. Okay, so take my cutter, run it through, line up my pencil mark and chop it off. So we've got a bit spare if we want it for something else. And then if I open it up like so, we can see where we'd like to glue. Okay, so I'm going to put my tags like that. I'm going to glue down this side, obviously. I'm going to glue down the middle and down that side. But for some reason this glue, oh for goodness sake, we're also going to glue down this side like that. But then to make sure they don't fall in so that we can't reach them, I'm going to glue a stop line across the bottom like that. You see that? And then we're just going to fold that over and press it closed like that. And now we've made compartments for these tags. I'm not going to push them all the way in because obviously I want that glue to dry properly first. So there you go, we've got compartments. And then if we glue here, I'm going to put that down just on to the support bar or whatever it is you want to call it, trying to make sure it's straight. There you go. And for some reason, oh yes it has. Right, so then that is now going to flip up like that and we'll be able to see what is behind. Okay, and then across the bottom here I've got this nice label that says pocket, but you can see it all but reaches our piece, so we need to make sure that we get that in the right position. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to again make it into like a flip. So I'm just going to glue down that one side, get it right into that corner, make sure that's going to fit, and press that home. And now when that's set, we'll have a lift up. You can journal on the back, you could put a secret photo or something behind there, and of course this is going to lift, so we could put a photo or whatever behind there. So we've done our front cover, which I believe is now, yeah, is now stuck, and this is our postcard that's in it. We've done our back cover with our faux postcard that we made, and we've done that inside cover. I feel like we should have some decoration on here. Now all of these bits and pieces go upside down and back to front, so you could obviously decorate it going down or you can decorate it going across. It really doesn't matter. And I think it would be nice to have some of this black and white tissue paper on there. So I'm going to take this page out, and this is the beauty. You can either work in the book or you can take the pages out and work on them flat on your desk. Oops, do that back up, because I'm going to have to use some decoupage medium to put this on here, and we don't want it sticking to the following page. So I'm just trying to decide, and I think what I want is that flower and that bit of bird, even though the bird's obviously not going to be all of it. So just going to tear this out. This is tissue paper that a swap was recently wrapped in. It just goes to show you can keep all of your stuff. So we're going to go along there like that. I think that will be beautiful. So I've got a little bit of decoupage medium. Gonna pop some of that across there. We're gonna offer this to where we want it, and then I'm going to go over the top of it as well. And then when that's dry, I can tear that top bit off. So we'll set that over to dry. We'll put our brush upside down out of the way and bring our book back and look at this page. Now, for this page, what I would like to do is I'm gonna, right, sorry, I'm waffling, I know. This is a lovely, look at that. This is where I did eco dyeing. That's a lovely bit of paper. So I think I'm going to fold it in half, like so ish. And this is where, when I eco dye, I always tie the bundle up. Well, that's not torn very well, is it? Always tie the bundle up with string, and that can go in half again. I think that's a bit too narrow. Right, so I'm just folding this over, so it's a little bit narrower, and B, so that it's a bit stronger. Simple as that. Okay. Okay, so we've got this lovely piece here. If I pull out my tab punch, hopefully that is going to fit. Yes, that's going to fit in there. I'm going to go all the way to the end, and I get that shape. That's slightly off centre, Claire, but I don't think it's going to matter somehow. Maybe it will. In which case, the beauty of this thing is that we can, that is now the right size, right width. Look, it fits between those two, but I haven't pushed it far enough. Goodness me, Claire, come on. Why will that not go in? There you go, it's gone all the way through now. So just make sure that it's in the centre. That's better, that's what we wanted. Right, so that's going to go there, and it's going to come down to about there. So I'm going to trim this off like so, pop it back in, turn it over and make sure it's, yep, all the way to the end, get it in that groove. Oh, see, now it's not in the groove. Oh, right. Yay, better. Goodness me. You can always tell when the camera's on, because things that should be super simple just become difficult. And then I'm just going to glue this down so that it sticks onto itself and gives us that thickness that we wanted. There we go. It's all nicely stuck. I'm going to pull out some more of this string purely because I can and I want to, and it's decorative. So I'm going to go all the way through there, all the way back through there. Okay, and then that's going to tie up, so we'll cut our string off about there. Okay. And now I'm going to glue that tip on top of where the string hole is, like maybe on the correct side, Claire. Goodness me. Right. That goes there at the bottom and there at the top, like that. I'm going to tie this up. Beautiful decoration, that's all. It has no purpose whatsoever. I just think it's going to look attractive. I'm not going to say pretty, because I think when you've got grungy it's not pretty, is it? It's pleasing to the eye or attractive. Pretty is something pink. Well, in my world. Okay, so we've got a little tuck spot there. Yeah, tuck spot there. Could have glued down that side if you'd have wanted to. I'm not bothered. I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to come back to that. And then on this page here, I want to add this. Now this is an over the page flip. Okay, so you hook it over the page, you put a paper clip with something pretty on it on the top. You've got interest there. Now what I should have done was moved it over right to the edge like that, and you've got this piece here which we can tuck things up to. Okay, so when we come back next time, we have got one, two, three, four, 5 pages to decorate. It might be 4 rather than 3, this one. This one's half done. We need to do some more work on this one. So there you go. Now, where is my... Oops, had a bit of a ginger behind me. Here's my front cover. This is dry enough, so I'm going to lay my bone folder on there and just use it to act as a ruler. There you go. So there's our page with our flip and our, see, that's what we didn't want, our 2 tags. Now I've got a little bit of this decoupage paper on there, So now I'm going to need to decorate this tag. So before I go, let's get that done, because I do like things to be finished if I can. So I'll put a bit of glue stick on there, a bit of this lovely lace, like so, and I feel like the perfect thing to go onto that is probably going to be a Tim Holtz photo booth. So let me just grab them. Famous last words, of course. Quickly grab. No, every packet but right. Well, if we can't find the ticket booth photos, let's have a look in my box of people. Who have I got in here? Right. Oh, we got Christmas Grandma. Don't feel this is Christmas. Got little boy. These are all a bit on the big size, really, aren't they? That one might work. We take out tear roller. And tear this right down. I mean, it's only a digiprint, it's not a real cabinet card. Oh, I didn't tear that very well, did I? Let's try that. Oh yes, see, that works lovely. So glue that up, pop him down there like that. There we go. So we've got a lovely little card there. That one goes in there. So I suppose we better do this one now, as it's going to be odd, isn't it? That one's decorated and the other one isn't. So what have I got in here now? Oh, what about that one? That's a faux photo booth, isn't it? So we'll pull that one out. And that one. Get rid of them. And that. Should we use this same lace? Or should we use... What about a bit of this? That's nice, isn't it? A little bit of that. On there. Stick. Glue stick does great with fabric, but not so much with lace. There we go. And then this one we'll put up there. Got to put a little bit of ink around this one. I didn't the other, but this one's got much more obvious white tear line. The other one was a much more faded picture. So glue that You can see there's no real theme going on here. I'm just using up what is lying around. So, come on. There you go. There's that one. And that goes in that side. So they're sitting level. We could put string in there if you wanted to. Open this up. And then we can pop this there. Snap it shut. Okay, there's our front cover. We have got space. We could probably get one more page in here, but that's it. So front cover, flippy, flippy. That's the page we did yesterday, and then today we've got this tuck spot here with this string, just interest, and then we got that over the page flip there with that tucked underneath that. We're going to need to think about some writing space, aren't we? Now, I don't know whether, is that going to be another page? Or are we going to do it on there? I don't know yet. And I'm not happy about this. Can you tell? Can you tell what it is yet? Can you tell that I'm really not happy with that on there? Maybe that goes on that page more centrally. Yeah, I feel like it's much better on that page, so we'll redo that one. Okay, there you go. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow to do some more. Ta-ta for now.